me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury, ha, these luxury, ha, luxury, ha, ha, they can't with me. Slow it, I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out, yeah, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the league, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These no can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury.
Run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. You see us out here getting to the bag. Run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Oh no, when we get the bag. Yeah, don't you get too mad. Run it back.
You getting money, you really don't need to talk about it. Move quiet, you should try it, there's some clout around it. Chase it, and overthinking the process. Outside of the gate, spewing that nonsense. On the phone, he begging women to come out. Back to back, calling until his minutes run out. Begging for loose change and scraping to maintain. Or sipping, and playing with waist chains. I think you get the picture, we outside the frame. Get your Louis Hamilton on swerve lane to lane. On gang. We brainstorm until it rains and we drive a gang. Straight into the Hall of Fame. You need to pay attention. I was 17 and had him shipping the benzine. I was 16 eating steak with Russell Simmons. I was 15 in the basement with a vision. I could
run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back. Stuff it in your Birkin bag, cause he don't feed with that. So just run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back. We run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back.
Time to add to the cipher. Time is money, time to run the numbers higher. Learn hustling early, this hardwired. Photo bezel, frozen echo, black attire. $1 million make a follow a messiah. Is you a charlatan or really take them higher? We in demand, distributors and suppliers. Be getting bands and signatures on the flyers. Listen, gotta make moves if you really want it. Desperate Jews eat your food, that's how they be on it. It's a must that we hustle today and escape from round table discussing the way that we get to the rack. Matter the game that you play, I'm just stating the facts. The aim of the game to be caking and making the max. I was 20 with a stack, 19 with a plaque, 18 neck icy with my Kango hat. I told him,
run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. You see us out here getting to the bag. Run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Oh, when we get the bag. Yeah, don't you get too mad. Run it back.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. We're through the bye weeks and into the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Lawrence starting with a throw. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Got a man, it's Thomas. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Red on red. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Metcalf's got it, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain. And it's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. He finds Laporta. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Call it a gain of 2, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 1.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Hey, Lion!
Now it's Lawrence. That's caught for the 1st. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Right up the gut. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. He fires one deep down the middle. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Jaguars take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with a pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They've got a man in motion. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back him up. Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Red 23. 11 Agate. Go.
Lawrence working from the gun. Finds Laporta. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
1st down throw, Lawrence. That's DK on the slant. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. McCole Hardman now on the return. Oh, he shows a burst on this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Come on, set.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So it'll be 2nd down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Here we go, set.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. They'll start from the 39. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it'll be Jaguars football. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Hey, go.
Hand off to the back. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
On red.
Back to the well again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd and just 2 to go.
11. Here we go.
Lawrence throwing here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. finish our last play of the quarter.
Set. Hey, smash Bronco. Set go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they take him down after just a small gain. All right, it's about time to get started with quarter number 2. Home offense out, ready to go. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. The Wizards getting all set to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Red on red. Sink right. Hot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Hey, run. Go, go. Silver.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Hey, easy. Ralph.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Lawrence to throw it. Escapes the pocket. Toward the sideline, and he's got Metcalf. And he reaches the 30 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, here's a handoff. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Another carry for him. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
On to try the field goal, Harrison Butker. This from 40 on the right hash. Up and good from Blankenship. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Let's go now.
Back-to-back carries here.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice, once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Let's go. Ready.
They give it to him again. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
We're to the 2-minute warning from Argentina. The Wizards at a deficit. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 43. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Come on, set. Panther 11, Panther 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Go.
Pass play coming here. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
First time this game they've looked to him. And it sets up 2nd down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, you can give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
Hold the ready.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down.
Hurt. Ready.
Throwing now off play action. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Blake Groupie on to attempt a field goal. He'll try to connect on a 50-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the gap closes to 14 points.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
3 on the board, and now he'll send this one sailing. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining.
Hey, kill. 13, Luke.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Even though there's a lot of game time left here, Kate, this just feels like a must for the defense. A little bit of desperation. You cannot allow this offense to find the end zone again in a massive sack on first down. That's the right way to begin this series defensively.
Hey, let's go. Here we go.
Another try following the sack. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Hey, go.
Lawrence facing 3rd and long. That's the rookie from Texas hauling it in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here comes the final play of our first half.
On red. Hey, I'm gun. Silver.
He's back to throw. He's going to push one deep down the right. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott Brock here with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Butker on now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Set.
They go play action here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Now they send their back in motion right. He's trying to push the field. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. On now comes their punter. Braden Mann will kick it away. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose. And the fumble recovery is made.
You know, these return men, you know, a lot of their job security comes from being able to simply hang on to that ball. Fortunate to scoop that one back up before someone else could and avoid having a turnover attached to his name.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Here he goes on the bootleg. Oh, he put everything he had into that. He's got it inside the 25. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Give now to the running back. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And this is caught. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars push their lead further to start the half. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Pretty obvious, this defense, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
He'll pass it this time. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Let's go.
He'll throw it. He beams one deep right side. This is brought in at the 15. And that is a touchdown. The Wizards shrinking the lead some in the third. Blake Groupie to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Wizards get it back to a 14-point game. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A strong 9-yard effort there, Brock, and it brings up 3rd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he can take the lid off a defense at any time.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Oh, quick throw here, left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
1st and 10 from the 41. Lawrence working from the gun. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Became Metcalf, the intended receiver. So that brings up 2nd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Lays out, what a catch! This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
Red on red. 11. Silver.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Short pass brought in. Running in the red zone. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he scores. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars stretch their lead to 21.
Wizards 10. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Shut up.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Brian Burns coming up with the stop.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Ready. Sixty bison, 60. Ready.
Throwing off the play fake here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
Putting a receiver in motion. Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down, but where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding.
Ready up.
Just 1 quarter remaining in the... Fourth and forever coming up.
Warriors 70, 19 light, Buffalo 18. Check go.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion left. 1st and 10. It's Lawrence. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
I like that, Kate. That's going to keep a defense honest. That proves that they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to hit.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They send Metcalf left. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did. These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal.
Rip 23. Here we go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he scores. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Butker with the extra point. And the Jaguars continue piling on to this lead.
Wizards 10. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Hardman with a return. And look at this return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. They're set up at the 35 now. On first down, they'll run. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go.
Setting up a throw. This one will be intercepted. Kaiir Elam makes the play. And the Jaguars get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Hey.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. That one goes for 25 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
All right, let's go. Here we go, son.
Running it now out of the gun. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Hey, go. Hot.
They'll try and punch it in. Has the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars keep running away with this. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Throwing the out route complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. They'll run here on first down. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Ready!
Off the play fake, he's gonna throw. He sends this one to the end zone. And he's got it. Had to lay out for it, but touchdown. The Wizards putting up points in a game decided. Group B to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Wizards cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points. Well, the win may be lost, but their effort certainly isn't. They're going to try to get this one back after the score. It looked like they got it back, and they did! All right, so a positive play for them, if nothing else. Game seems pretty far out of reach at this point, but still, had to try the onside kick in that spot.
You know what that was? It was two things, Cade. A, it's a good chance to practice your onside kick in a pretty low-pressure environment. But B, and so much more importantly, is down the road in a game where you're going to really need it, that gives you the confidence that you can get it done.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they face 2nd down.
Ready!
Back to throw. He's trying to go deep again. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
There was a window there for a moment, but boy, did they close the gap before that throw could arrive.
Let's go now!
They'll throw on 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Let's go! 18, pioneer! Go!
Desperation time here on 4th. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
First down throw, Lawrence. And a man is there to knock that away.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Lawrence trying again on 2nd. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Hey, run!
Throwing from the gun. Flush down out to his left. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They're bringing out Mitch Wisnowski to punt it away on 4th. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. He's got it at the 24. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it'll be their football. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Hits him on the out route. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, hey! Trap 60, trap 60. Ready, ready?
Now looking to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Come on, set.
Throwing now on 1st down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Still sticking with the passing game. Throwing this back in the end zone. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Panther 11, here we go, set.
To the air, 3rd and long. And once again, they can't connect.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4. Back to throw. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
30 left.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's throwing deep to the left side. And it's incomplete, but hey, who cares? They've got the lead, and we are out of time in this one. For the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And they continue playing their best ball of the season over this recent stretch as they pick up a 6th consecutive victory. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars, as with that, we sign off from Buenos Aires.
could, man. Point, baby. Do what I should, man. Point, baby. Do what I could, man. Point, baby. Do what I should, man. Point, baby. Do what I could, man. Point, baby. Do what I should, man. Point, baby. Do what I could.
I ain't never represent, baby. Ain't do no wrong. I can be no good for you. No, I know right from wrong. 'Cause I wanna make it. So nasty. I'm $1 million baby. Don't ask me. Oh, hell no. You in my city, so damn no. Just still don't know.